today we're taking a look at our Konig Snow Tire Chains. These are the CG9 tire chains, making them low profile as well as self-tensioning. We'll see them here on our 2012 Chevrolet Sonic. While the Sonic isn't really a vehicle you would expect that would need tire chains, sometimes, especially in certain states, it's required to have tire chains on your vehicle before you can continue. Also, if you're going through snow, you're going through ice, you're going to need that extra traction on the road, and that's where these can come in handy. These are probably the easiest low profile snow tire chains that I know of that can fit for the Chevrolet Sonic. Definitely recommended if you don't really know much about tire chains, but you want something that's good quality and easy to install. For this vehicle, there isn't that much clearance behind your wheel, so you are gonna need some low profile tire chains. And these are the CG9s, which means they're only 9 millimeters. So if you are gonna use a traction device, definitely go with something as small as this. They still give you that traction without tearing up anything behind your wheel. The chains are arranged in a diamond pattern, and that means they cover more of your tire compared to those ladder style chains. So with your ABS, your braking system, or with your sudden starts and stops, and when you need to make those turns, these cover more of the wheel, helping with that. But also, if you don't want a bump, bump, bump sound on the road that ladder style chains have, this gives you a smoother ride. With this being self-tensioning, you don't have to get a separate rubber adjuster. As you drive around, this is gonna do the tensioning work for you. So it makes some adjustments to this chain and it secures itself to your tire, but make sure you have the correct size. So the tire size we have here, and there's different options for the Sonic, is 195, 65, R15. If you're not sure what tire size you have, just double check that there on your tire sidewall. This number is very important because then you can use it here at etrailer.com's Fit Guide to find the right size for you. Another reason these are premium tire chains is because of the container they arrive in. I really like this container. It's a hard shell case, but also easy to store inside the car. So if I'm not planning on using tire chains, I just need them on hand. This makes it so much easier to do so. It even has a hook and loop patch at the end so that it can secure itself into your upholstery. But opening up your case, you will find not just 2 tire chains, but also a goodie bag. So this has the instructions, they're plastic instructions, as well as a plastic mat. It also gives you plastic gloves and some little bumpers in case you're worried about your rims. So if you are using this, I do recommend also picking up the tire chain safety install kit. That one has a rubber mat as well as some lights to keep you safe on the road. I have these installed on the front wheels of our Sonic here as per the owner's manual. And installing it was very simple, especially since there's very limited space behind that wheel as well as underneath the car. Please don't get tire chains that are ladder style because they may involve having to crawl underneath and reaching around the tire. This one, you don't have to do that. Everything is done right here, super easy, super simple. Let's take a look at that. So when your tire chains arrive, I highly recommend just setting them out in your garage and double checking that everything looks good, but also familiarizing yourself with the install process. That way you know what to do before you're stranded by the side of the road. So here we have our chains, and we're just gonna make sure that none of them are tangled or facing the wrong way or broken or missing. You also want to make sure it's facing the correct way on your tire. And you can see that here. We have a flat part of the hook, and then we have the hooked part of the hook. So you want to make sure that the flat part is on your tire. Once everything looks good, I grab half of those tire chains and I just feed them around the tire and then get them on the other side. I found that it helps to just comb them out so they make a nice arc around your tire, and then you make your first connection. So see, this yellow end and this blue end will meet at top of the tire. Pull them to secure it and then leave them behind your tire as you bring the chains forward. Next, you're gonna connect the red chain, so that link, and then you're gonna connect this longer gray chain. Open that lever, put that chain in, turn that around, and then you're gonna pull on that chain just to get as much of that tension out as you can get it. Now, if you can't or you're unable to pull that much, that's perfectly fine because you have your self-tensioner here. This is gonna be a hook on a bungee, so just bring that down just enough where you can connect it to that red chain, and then that's it. That's gonna pull out the rest of the tension as you drive around. Now do that exact same thing on the other side of your car. Afterwards, I recommend driving forwards or backwards a couple feet and just double checking that everything is still in place. If it is, then good job. That's it for the install. You're ready to face the snow. And that was a look at our Konig self-tensioning snow tire chains here on the 2012 Chevrolet Sonic.